Hey everyone, Richard here. The annual Tucson toy show came and went this past weekend, and I picked up some comics. So let's just go ahead and get into what I got. Alright, so Tucson Toy Show was this weekend. One of my favorite shows every year. It's changed a bit each year. It's only one day on a Sunday. Usually I pick up footage of me walking around filming booths and stuff, but apparently I just completely forgot this year. I was day or so ago, I was like, oh, I need to film that video. I didn't get any footage of it. So I guess I was just having too much fun digging through stuff. Picked up some comics, so let's go and just show what I got. So this first stack, I'm just going to show stuff in the order I actually picked it up at the show. This first stack was from a simple table. A guy had a bunch of comics. They weren't in comic boxes or anything. They were just stacks of books. There were $2 books, $4 books, and then priced as marked books. I grabbed a couple $2 books and 4 $4 books right here. Total would have been $20. He gave it to me for $15. So, first book I picked up, Flash 91, first cameo of Impulse. I have a graded copy of this, but I always pick these up when I see them. A lot of people look for 92, but he's in this issue too, so why not pick it up? Again, I guess I have $15 for 6 books, so a little shy of $3 into each one. But take that, pick that one up. I picked this up, great cover, also a first appearance. I can't remember offhand what the first appearance is, but Flash 108. Again, he had a bunch of Flash books. A lot of them were later numbers I didn't really care about. But then he had some $4 books, and there was some good stuff in his $4 books. I was being kind of picky about what I picked up, but I ended up grabbing some early Josie issues. This is pre-Josie and the Pussycats. So I guess $2 and some change into each one. She's Josie, number 8. Again, very early issues. These aren't super easy to come by, honestly. So number 8, very happy to find these. This one's a little more beat up, but still early issue, number 9. There was no number 10, but there was a number 11. And number 12. Got all that for $15, not too bad. I ran into that booth like within the first 10 minutes of being there. Honestly, probably could have spent more money there. There were more Josie issues. They were just later issues. But I didn't want to blow my whole wad of cash on the very first booth I saw. So I grabbed the stuff that really stood out to me and I walked around some more. But yeah, got that. Right next to that booth was just an old lady selling like old dolls and stuff. Because like I said, it's a toy show. It's not a comic show per se. But she's selling dolls and little knitted whatnots. She's like, "Oh, I have a comic. Do you want to buy my comic?" And I obliged. She only wanted $5 for it, which I didn't think was a terrible deal, honestly. Fantastic for 78, not in the worst condition, honestly. So I didn't have it, and she was nice, so I figured why not. I'll take that little Silver Age Fantastic Four book. These next few books was from a guy who primarily was selling toys, and then he had, I think it was 2 long boxes in the corner that he brought with him. He said he didn't know if there were going to be any comic buyers at a toy show. It was his first year setting up there. Everything was $1 each in his booth. Mind you, they were low grade for the most part, but I still found some cool stuff. Got this Uncanny X-Men 251. Just an iconic cover right there. None of these were bagged or boarded. Most of what I picked up wasn't actually bagged or boarded. Daredevil 188, just iconic Frank Miller. Didn't have a copy of this. I've always liked this cover quite a bit. It's actually probably my favorite cover of his particular run of Daredevil, which he has some good ones, but I don't know, something about this cover. It's really cool. Daredevil 232, first appearance of Nuke. I mean, and they're far from perfect. They're not like absolutely terrible. They've definitely been read though. Gotta get them all bagged and boarded. And the last one from his booth New Units 14, First Magic. So yeah, got all those, $1 each. Chatted with him for a bit. He had some cool stuff. He's going to be setting up at another local show in the future that I might go check out. But yeah, let's just get on to the next stack of books. Alright, so this next stack of books, pretty big. None of it's bagger boarded. Originally I was going to just kind of go over this booth, do a quick glance, not look at it. Everything was $1 each. But I had overheard him say, oh, I never really looked through those boxes, so I don't know what's in them. So hopefully I didn't miss anything big. There's nothing huge in this pile, but there's definitely some good stuff that I think a typical comic dealer would have pulled out. So let's just get into it, show some books. Superman 204, just an iconic cover. Not super pricey or anything. I'll tell you what I paid at the end, because even though they were $1 each, she gave me a little bit of a discount. So yeah, just iconic cover. I like to pick these up when I see them. Great cover there. Robin 126. Stephanie Brown as Robin. Another book I pick up when I see it. She had a very small stint as Robin, but still a little minor key. And as a fan of Stephanie Brown, I always pick that up. X-Men Unlimited 47. I remember I first showed this book off years and years ago when it was indeed a $1 book. It's worth a little bit more than that now, but early Joshua Middleton Psylocke cover. This is his old style of doing art. He doesn't do it quite like this anymore. Every now and then you get one there, you can still see this style, but he's definitely gone to a more sort of realistic looking style since then. I actually prefer this version of Middleton's work. This one's fun. This is a book that people like to ask money for. I don't know that it necessarily sells that high, but it's a lower print run book, and it's just a nice cover. Spider-Girl number 80. Really nice flag cover. I've seen people try to sell this book for $20. I don't think it's anywhere near worth that, but to find it in a cheap bin, I will take that all day, every day. Next, we got a run of Wonder Woman Adam Hughes books. 193. 194, 195, 196. This is actually one of my favorite covers from his run. 197, with Flash on there. That's all the Wonder Womans. I picked this one up as well. This book right here, in any grade, is a good find. This one's a little bit lower, but again, I have very little into these. Web of Spider-Man number 31, the part 1 of Graven's Last Hunt. So happy to find that in there. It was missing the super big issue of these, but we have the Flash 198 and 199 would be the first fight with Zoom. 197 being the big key, but still, these are not $1 books by any means. I'll take these anytime I see them. I don't have a 197, so I definitely have to track one of those down. New Avengers number 8, Prelude to Infinity, First Black Order. Daredevil number 58. This has a first appearance, I believe, of one of the White Tigers, as well as some other stuff. But again, it was in the cheap bin, so take that. X Factor number 15. Another little minor key there. I don't have any of these X Factors, so it was kind of cool to see that. And then the last one from that booth, X Factor number 19. Got the Four Horsemen cover there. I paid $12 for that whole stack, so really, really nice. Very happy with that. Definitely worth more than the $12 I paid. Yeah, honestly. Those are the kind of booths I like to hunt, the cheap dollar booths and whatnot. And then there was one last booth I picked up some stuff from. They had all comics 50% off. In hindsight, I probably should have picked up more from that booth. But by the time I got to this booth, I was actually kind of in a somewhat bad mood. I had checked out a booth selling a bunch of CGC slabs. And I brought some slabs with me to this show because I was like, well, maybe I can trade, get a better deal on something, knock a few dollars off or something. And I went up to this person, I was looking through their slabs, and I was like, oh, there's some stuff I like in here. And I asked him, are you interested in trades at all? Trades plus cash, anything? He said, oh, yeah, sure, definitely. And the book I was interested in was a book signed by Daniel Logan, who is the kid Boba Fett from Star Wars. Not a big book by any means. He had it priced at $150. And I pulled out some slabs. First appearance of Shang-Chi, a couple double-signed CGC books. By no means crap books. And my books were worth well over double what he was asking. And he had the audacity to just laugh at me and say his book was better. And he walked away, which was crazy to me because I was prepared to really trade in his favor. I was willing to go double the value in trade, or I had cash in my pocket. I was fully prepared to pay cash for this book. There was actually another book, another slab that he had that I was interested in that I figured we would negotiate, and if an opportunity came, I would try to work that slab in also, again, with cash as well. But the fact that he laughed at me and walked away, I lost any interest in spending money with this guy. It was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was prepared to drop like $600 at this guy's booth, and the way he acted was just like, you're a child. And I was done. I left. So yeah, that was a bit weird. I don't understand why vendors act that way. I wasn't by any means offering him dollar books or anything. And if you're not interested in the trade, just say, oh, that's fine, but I'm not really interested in those. Like I said, I had cash in my pocket. I was ready to spend, but here or there, whatever. I got some cool stuff here. This is from another booth. Like I said, they were 50% off all comics. And I picked up Jedi vs. Sith #2. This is the second appearance of Darth Bane. I'll tell you what I paid for all this whole stack after the fact, because it was 50% off, but then they gave me a little bit more off on top of that. Second appearance of Darth Bane. Sith vs. Jedi #3. First cover appearance of Darth Bane. And then #4. This one isn't really a key or anything, but it's part of the set, so I figured I'd grab it also. So I got those 3 books, and then I got this. This is the full run of Heir to the Empire, all in really, really nice shape. There's the big one right there, First Appearance of Thrawn. #2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, so very happy with that, particularly this first one. Again, really, really nice shape. I don't know how well it will show up on camera, but let's set these down. Really, really nice shape book. Yeah, I paid $80 for all those, so full run, Heir to the Empire in high grade, and then the Darth Bane books for $80. If you know anything about that Heir of the Empire, #1, $80 for just that book alone would have been a good deal. So yeah, those were definitely my biggest pickups of the show. Very happy about those. Yeah, PC books. I might even grade this one, honestly, just because it's such a nice shape. Maybe see if I can get it signed by Timothy Zahn at some point. But yeah, very happy with that. And yeah, that is all I picked up at the show. I kind of wish I had more time to spend at it. I worked the same day, so I was only there for a limited amount of time. Ran into a few people, said hello, chatted. But yeah, great show. Like to go every year. And if you're a vendor, don't treat customers like crap, because you're losing out in $500-$600 for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, that's all. Hope you all enjoyed this, and take care, everyone.